to train women in sports to be able to take up these positions.
Well, I want us to get into a conversation this afternoon, and it's all about kitting Africa. Today, I'm joined by Mahmoud Gomda, who's the CEO, Mafro Sports, and is all the way from Singapore. Good afternoon, Mahmoud. Good to have you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yep. Yes. Let's begin. Why is Mafro Sports in Singapore and the sole focus is on Africa?
Being an African, I went over to overseas to play football, a former player. After I finished playing, I decided to say, what can I do for my continent? Obviously, things that I've enjoyed, like being a professional. So I wanted to have that particular professionalism in terms of kits back to our continent.
Yes.
That's why we are concentrated now solely for Africa.
Solely for Africa. I remember there was a time that Mafro Sports actually kitted the national football team, Harambee Stars. That was almost 6-7 years back, but I don't know the details of how that changed. But now let's talk about Kenya. You are kitting FC Leopards.
That's right.
One of the local football teams.
Correct.
And then you have Trail Blazers. Why have you chosen Kenya as a country that, you want to invest in when it comes to kitting?
Well, Kenya has been something close to my heart. In fact, we wanted to create a running club. I have a running group back in Singapore. So when I have my friends come over from Kenya to run Standard Chartered Marathon, I will always involve. We're still in that particular area to try and create our own running athletes. In fact, so that's why Kenya is one of the things that's close to my heart. As you said, we've kitted the national team for a season. Now we are back. With the Bangladesh, we have SV Leopards, and we have one more to be announced.
Soon.
Soon. Yeah.
Yes, one more to be announced soon. How expensive is this venture? Because most of the time, people out there hear that Manchester United has signed a deal with Adidas. You have Arsenal with Adidas, probably, and we normally see big figures. How expensive is this ventures of kitting teams, especially national teams and even football clubs?
Yeah, so basically we are here to make it less expensive. When they say those numbers, it's true. Some of them, yes, some of them, no, but we are here to make it less expensive for our client. We know how to make it less expensive. We are a home of customization. We want each club to feel very special,
yes.
Very, very unique. So if you look at all the clubs that we work across Africa, it's about showing the identity, the club history, how they come about. So we want to show that make it less expensive for our client, that's for sure. Having said that, it's a lot of back and forth, hard work, sleepless nights, but we get in there all the time.
Yeah. Now, there's also another question that, when you come to Africa, sometimes African teams don't want to honor these agreements that you have. How do you deal with that?
Yeah, this is a term that it's all about education. Sometimes it's about not understanding what this deal is all about. Like I said, we are not just a kitting company. We are more of a commercial, something we want to make sure that the clubs understand their commercial value. We create an area where the class understand. Educational, we can go about this, you can do that. Some don't understand, but we are educating as we go along. So it's not easy, but Rome was not built in a day, as they say.
Yes.
So it's just small by small. That we're going good so far.
And you've spoken about education. Now, one thing that probably fans would want to understand, why is it that replica jerseys are expensive? And when you talk about replica, we normally have the fan version and the player version.
Correct.
If you can please explain to fans out there, the difference in price for these two different type of kits.
That's right, for sure. The players are something that we looked after very well because they have to be comfortable. First and foremost, material-wise is different. The way we make the jerseys also is different. Fitting is a little bit different. because players are a little bit slimmer, but obviously supporters are different sizes or whatever view. But we pay attention with our details and the way we finish with the logos, the club badges for. Again, people are willing to pay the price for the players version. So we come up with the ideas to sell the player version to the supporters who can't afford it. Again, we want supporters to be able to afford. So that's why we come up with different strategies to make sure that players, the supporters who are on the lower can still buy the kits without any struggle. That's our idea.
Yes, apart from Kenya, I know you guys are also in Uganda. Yes,
Zambia.
Which other countries are you in?
Zambia, Ghana, and the list go on and on. As I said, here we're talking to a lot of partners. I cannot name them now, but we hit the ground running very hard. We are in rugby. Apart from football, rugby is our biggest market. We've done our youth tournament in rugby in Uganda, which we want to replicate here. And again, it's about how do we come in and showcase our talent, our way of doing the job, and making sure that supporters know that we are here to stay, but not just to take the brand and go away. Yeah, that's right.
Yes, and finally, of course, our good friend Mahmoud has come with Gor Mahia, not Gor Mahia, but FC Leopards jersey. So we'll be giving this, and I have a very simple question to ask. FC Leopards played on the past weekend, and they lost to Talanta. So how many goals did they lose by? Yes, the first correct answer, of course, gets to walk away with this jersey, and that winner will be awarded by Hassan Juma on a Friday morning on Zilizala Viwanjani. Thank you very much, Mahmoud, for coming with this gift that will give one of our viewers on Friday. Remember, the question, very, very easy. FC Leopards lost this past weekend to Talanta, and the question is, how many goals did they lose by? Thank you very much, Mahmoud. Now that you are a football player, I want to change some gear. We get into the Champions League. Yesterday we had a couple of matches on the cards. Yes, and this is all about the Champions League. The results. Let's first take a look at the results from yesterday. Of course, the biggest match, or rather the biggest margin, saw Benfica lose to Barcelona. 5-4 was the final score, and of course Atalanta 5-0 to Sturm Graz, Monaco 1-0 to Aston Villa, Atletico 2-1 to Leverkusen, Benfica, we've already mentioned that, Bologna 2-1 to Borussia Dortmund, Bruges settled for a barren draw against Juventus, and PSV 3-2 against Resda. So we have fixtures for the day. I want Mahmoud to give us his predictions. So let's take a look at the fixtures that we have. And I know Kenya has a lot of Arsenal fans. They will be taking on Dynamo. What do you think?
I'm also Arsenal supporter. Obviously, win for Arsenal. I think I'm going for 3-0.
Yes, the other big match we'll see PSG take on Man City.
I'm going 2-1 to Man City.
2-1 to Man City.
Yep.
Yes, very, very interesting. The defending champions, Real Madrid, take on Salzburg.
3-0 Real Madrid.
3-0 Real Madrid.
Yep.
Thank you very much, Mahmoud.
You so much.
Of course, that is Mahmoud Gomda, the CEO of Mafro Sports, and he has rather given us his predictions for the Champions League. And of course, thank you very much. And Dennis Aseto.
Yep.
Now, because we've finished this, and the CEO of Mafro Sport is here, what do you think about African kids?
I think the fact that we have a solution to the African kids is a good thing, and Mafro and what we're doing is good. I mean, for a very long time.
Solutions for Africans.
African solutions to African kids. I think it's about time we embrace our very own.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you looking forward to
having
4-2. One of the
4-2?
4-2 was the final score.
Yes.
Hey, okay.
So
or should I wait for Friday?
No, Friday, Mafro is here. Give another one. This is mine. And on that note,
well, I like that. Then, I didn't know Aseto was very ready for that. But that is where we wrap up sports on News Desk. My name is Robinson Okenya. Thank you very much, Mahmoud Gomda, the CEO of Mafro Sports. Aseto, you are too ready for that.
Oh yes. Enjoy the rest of your viewing. Good afternoon.
That's good.